So as I talked about, we're going to look at intelligent document processing, which is, as Kevin was describing, it's taking that unstructured data and turning it into structured data. So the typical cases are when you get some kind of document that's outside of your control. Maybe it's a fax, maybe it's a PDF, something that someone is sending you, and you don't really have any way to deal with that or process it until someone takes a look at it and finds out what it is. And so there's typically a lot of human side processing that is part of dealing with an unstructured data. So when you can turn that into structured data, you can make the processing of it much faster and more accurate than what you would have if it's all being done just by human resources. And so this is a great thing, especially for businesses that are looking to scale, right? It's one thing to say, okay, I get 10 of these documents per day, and it takes someone 10 minutes to do each one. Well, maybe that's not that big of a deal. But what about when you start getting 100 of them a day, or 1,000 of them per day, or 10,000 per day? That's when you start seeing problems, and you don't want to hire that many more people in order to deal with that added volume. So that's where great technology solutions like this can come into play to make it possible to achieve that same scaling without adding additional people. To look at intelligent document processing, and the Nividus platform handles every stage of this. And we're not going to go into a whole lot of detail on the individual stages, as you can see it here, but pay attention to that statement at the top saying that 80% of enterprise data is unstructured, and that's growing at an average rate of 23% each year. So every business in every industry has this kind of challenge. So being able to use a solution like this can be very, very powerful in terms of improving efficiencies within the company.